You mentioned that you knew Nicolas Robert yesterday. He's a friend of yours, I'm assuming. That's why you were having a little word with him after the game?
No, he's not a friend of mine. I only met him a few times, so he's not a friend of mine.
Yes, people, welcome back to the channel, Princeton Talks. And today we got Leverkusen in the scope. Arsenal versus Leverkusen tonight at 8 p.m. Champions League round of 16, second leg, 1-1 on aggregate. Who goes through? Before we get into it, as usual, you know the drill. Comment, like, subscribe. Comment, like, subscribe so that I can afford better equipment and stuff like that don't happen. But yeah, comment, like, subscribe, hype the video. You know, I'm on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok. The link will all be in the bio. So yeah, man, Princeton Talks on everything anyway. Jump in the comments on all the socials, on the YouTube, and start the conversation. If you disagree, say something. If you agree, let me know. Like, I need people defending me as well. I've got a lot of disagreeers in certain comments, man. I need the people that agree with me to actually not just watch the video and nod your head like, oh yeah, like, get in there, man. Join the fight. Anyway, today, Arsenal versus Leverkusen. Leverkusen in the scope. And here, obviously, I did a quick review of the first leg. Wasn't our best performance. It was not our best performance at all. Saka, worst performance I've seen all season. Kofane, that's the main guy I remember. Kofane was giving us hell, man. That kid is a problem. What is he, 18? So I'm hoping now, second leg, we're at home. We've got a bit more gas from that Everton win. Got a bit of a battery in our back. The home crowd is up for it. So I'm expecting a totally different game. But I don't want to downplay Leverkusen. Because, like I said, they gave us a game. And if you look at their lineup as well, where is it? I had the lineups up here. So I ain't got the screen sharing thing right now. But yeah, if you look at their lineups as well, they got players to still bring into this leg. Schick didn't play. Could you imagine Schick and Kofane like playing off each other? Pause. That's crazy. The only thing is, because of the system they play with the 3-5-2, like 3-4-2-1. I'm not sure how they would tweak it to get Schick and Kofane in there, or maybe if the game is still tight, they might do that later on. But Tillman was still to come in. I think he just came on for a short piece. And I watched the highlights of their game versus Bayern just on the weekend. It was 1-1. Granted, Bayern were down to 10 men from by the end of the first half. But, they looked dangerous. Leverkusen looked dangerous, man. And that's against a good Bayern team. And if you think of it, against the 10-men Bayern, I didn't watch the match, I just saw the highlights. But you'd expect Bayern to, okay, 10 men, let's get a bit more compact and, prioritize defending as we're a man down. But they were getting cut open, man. Those balls into Schick, he was just laying them off, turning his man. Like, I can't lie. He was making me a bit worried. I'm thinking him and Kofane. I don't know, man. That was worrying me a little bit. But at the same time, this is Gabriel and Saliba. Like, if there's any two centre-backs that I trust to nullify any sort of danger, it's these two. So you hope their quality shines through more than Schick and Kofane's quality. Also, set pieces. Listen, I know Arsenal, we do our thing in set pieces, but we can't ignore what they did to us. They basically, their goal was literally, it felt like one of them Gabriel back post headers. That was a very good set piece, and obviously I saw on the sideline their manager talking to Jovic, and they asked him in the interview after the game, like, "Oh, you and Jovic are good friends. Like, what was that about?" Like, and he's like, "Nah, that's not my dog. That's not my dog, bro." I can't remember what team he was with. He was like, was going away with the national team. When he was with Brentford, I asked Brentford, can we take him with us? They said, nah. And that was that. We are not dogs. Just game recognizing game. So, hey, listen. So that lets me know, like, he's been on it in terms of the set piece thing. He's had an eye for the set piece thing from a while ago, from when Jovic was still at Brentford. So we can't sleep on that. But we also have to take advantage. Like, Jovic, he's one-upped you, man. He's one-upped you. He scored, like, I feel like this is a Jovic versus, what's his name? Hulmand. Kasper Hulmand, if that's how you say it. Jovic versus Kasper Hulmand. That's what this is. Set piece for set piece. Jovic, you got to get your lick back. I can't lie. You can't watch him score a set piece and go bread him. And then he goes on camera and says, that's not even my dog. I don't know him. He's like, don't bread me, bro. That's crazy. But, yeah. Schick, Kofane. I know Grimaldo was rested in that Bayern game, it looks like. Let me see, did he come on? Did he play any minutes at all against Bayern? Grimaldo. Bro. He didn't even come on. Is he good? Oh, he's suspended. Oh, he wasn't injured. My bad. He's suspended. But still, he's rested. That just means rested to me. I don't give a damn about that suspension. So, yeah, man, this is lining up to be a decent game. I can't lie. Arsenal fans, don't sleep on this match right here. Do not sleep on this game. We've spoken about the set pieces, Schick and Kofane, and we just have to acknowledge, I think I believe Leverkusen might be unbeaten in their last 5 games. Couple draws. Oh, a lot of draws in there. But let's have a look. Wow. Yeah, last 5 games. 4 draws, 1 win. Unbeaten though. Unbeaten run is an unbeaten run, innit? Who am I to criticise? Other than an Arsenal fan. Watch the Invincibles. Anyway, I digress. Listen, they've gone 5 games without losing, so they're due a loss somewhere. They're due a loss. I know we've gotten a lot of games, but nah, this is not about us. This is about them. They're more prone to losing than we are. They're due a loss. Arsenal, get this job done. I'd love for this game to be done by like the 50th minute, first half even. Start making the subs, man. We need the players rested and fit for Sunday against Manchester City in the Carabao Cup final. In terms of the players that are available, I've heard Ben White is available, fit, ready to start. Timber, I don't think he's available because they're looking to see if he's available for the City game. Same with Odegaard, available for the City game. I don't know about you lot, but I still feel like we're missing Odegaard. I feel like we're missing that coach on the pitch, the controller. Someone like when he comes on or when he's on the pitch, you know, that's Mikel Arteta's ideas being implemented, and it's not just the... Don't get me wrong, I love players playing with instinct and, you know, just being natural. But there's times in the game where, we need to stick to the plan or hold the structure. And I feel like the Odegaards, the Mikel Marinos, they were the perfect guys for that. So Odegaard, still no news on him. Just actually the news is that they're trying their best to get him ready for Sunday, so he's not going to feature today. So Ben White may feature at right back, but I don't know, like, I love Ben White, but Mosquera's so solid. Pause. But nah, do you know what? Champions League match, we're meant to be taking it to these guys. Ben White start at right back, sorry. Left back though, that's another conversation. Obviously, Nkapie, he played over there in Germany against his old team. Whatever, he got his feel, innit? Now, Calafiori, he looked back to his old self in that Everton game. The only issue is, if you start Calafiori, I need to see Skelly starting on Sunday in the final. Because we can't do Skelly like this, man. World Cup is round the corner. We need to give this boy minutes, man. if he's not, I'd want Calafiori to start because I feel like we can't disrespect Leverkusen. Not saying Lewis Skelly's disrespecting them, but just in terms of form, pick the most informed guy, and that's Calafiori out of him and Skelly. And man, it's a tough one, man. It's a tough one. But anyway, like I said, if Skelly don't start today, I need to see him on Sunday. Or he needs to have some minutes minimum today, at least some minutes today for Lewis Skelly. Trossard apparently he's fit. Personally, that left wing, I need to see either Trossard, Eze, or Saka. Eze the least, because I think he's finally finding his feet in the 10. That was the best game I've seen him have for Arsenal against Everton. That was like his most influential game, I could say. So I want him to stay in that role as a 10 or as a dual nines, whoever he's playing with, Gyökeres or Havertz, whatever. Whereas I feel like I prefer. So what Arteta did against Everton, Madueke on the left, Saka on the right, I think that's wrong. I think you got to do it the other way around. Saka is a player that can be impactful from whatever position, whereas Madueke is quite limited to being impactful to the right wing. So it doesn't make sense doing that the other way around. If you're going to play them both, put Saka on the left, put Madueke on the right. Saka can still drift it. Saka will still get his game off. Believe me. We've seen it. When he played left back and he played left wing. So we've seen it before. The only reason I say this for left wing anyway, by the way, I think Trossard first choice if he's fit and if he's ready to start. I know he's available, but if he's ready to start. I only say this because Martinelli, you are a finisher. You're a finisher. Not a starter, a finisher. There's nothing, that's not a bad thing. There's starters and finishers. And in this Arsenal team, I really don't think it's that deep. I can't lie, there's about 4 men that are guaranteed a starting place. There's starters and finishers. Martinelli, you're a finisher. Martinelli can't start games for us, man. He can't. He just, just the lack of imagination, the lack of vision, the creativity, even the dribbling at times. It can be so frustrating when he's starting in that game state. Martinelli needs to come on when the game has changed a bit. When we have them transitional moments, that Dalman goal, that's a Martinelli type goal. Obviously, Martinelli ain't doing the little footwork and all of that, but still, do you know what I mean? So, and that's what I think his best role is for us. I believe he could still have a big role to play in this fixture itself. So I'm hoping they start someone else left wing and bring Martinelli on late in the game. Also, Havertz, Gyökeres, Jesus. Again, I want to be respectful to this competition and the team. I want to start our best most available. But I think we go Havertz. Let Havertz start this game. And let Gyökeres come on later. In fact, depending on the game state, I think Jesus needs a bit of minutes as well. So maybe Gyökeres could sit this one out. It's a tough one. But I do think you start Havertz, let him keep gaining that confidence, building up minutes. And then, mate, Jesus needs some minutes, man. We should be winning this game. So if everything goes to plan, you should bring on Jesus, keep Gyökeres fresh for Sunday. Yeah, that's a no-brainer. Also, same thing I said about Skelly goes for Norgard. I'll be a bit surprised if I see Norgard start today, but if I don't see him start today, come on, you gotta give him his place on Sunday now. So Arteta, right now, you got a decision to make on the players you're gonna start and feature today, because whoever is out, you're going to have a bit of an issue on Sunday when it comes to the final and they're looking at the lineup again. So I think like now is where your man management has to come in play, and you have to let whoever's playing this Champions League know that you're here for this. But Sunday though, we might have to, Hey, but last player of course, Max Dowman. Is Max Dowman gonna feature? Is he gonna be in the squad? I think if Arteta doesn't put him in the squad, and God forbid this game goes anyhow, yeah, he's gonna get it. He is gonna get it. It's actually crazy. It's peak right now because the talent has been showcased. It's been displayed. Yeah, it's been displayed out there, and once you see something, you can't unsee it. You can't unsee it. So if we're playing the game and Max Dowman's on the bench and we're struggling and it looks like there's no creativity, it doesn't look fluid, we're not able to break him down, the crowd is going to be screaming his name. TalkSport the next morning, all the clips will be, why didn't he bring him on? Why didn't it's all about him? What's going like, yo. So yeah, man. I pray the starting 11 does the job so that pressure of having to use Max Dowman doesn't happen, because like guys, he is still young. He's still 16. I know he's 16 and ready, but yo, tranquilo. He's 16, breaking through. I think he's gonna have. I don't think that was his last moment for this season. I think he's still got another moment, maybe even two. There's still FA Cup games to play. There's more hopefully get through this. There's more Champions League to play. There's a Carabao Cup final. There's more Premier League. I think he's, yeah, man, coming back off an injury and just having that kind of impact. Yeah, I think he's gonna have another moment, if I'm being honest. But I am hoping the senior players, the starters and the finishers have enough quality and are good enough to just do their job, where it doesn't feel like we have to rely on a 16-year-old, because that just don't sound right. All these years of all these phases, all the money spent, all the hard work gone into it, all these set piece cultures, all these solutions to all these problems, all of this, just for it to come down to a 16-year-old, it wouldn't really sit right with me. Even though I love the story, don't get me wrong, but it wouldn't sit right with me. Anyway, I do think he should feature in the squad, and hopefully he can get some minutes that are friendly kind of minutes, like just, yeah, man, go out there, have some fun, rather than go out there and change the game. Nah, come on, allow him. Anyway, score prediction. I am actually going 2-0. 2-0 Arsenal, another 2-0. I actually think that, I don't know if I think this or if I'm hoping this. I think we'll start well, and I believe we could probably be 2 up at half time. And second half, the game just fades out. Whether I'm hoping that or that's what I believe is going to happen, that's for you to decide for. Let me know your score predictions and who you'd like to see starting or in the squad. And if you've got any Leverkusen fans or any Leverkusen people out there, let me know as well, man, what I should be looking out for. What should I be worried? Should I be worried? I don't know, man. Mommy said worry or pray. Can't do both. Staying prayed up.